Hey guys. All right, I am going live. I'm trying to figure out the best angle for this one because this one I'm going to have to go side to side. So excuse the noise from on top of my coffee table. Woo! My mom is still upset that I do everything from on top of my coffee table. She really wants me to be the next Bob Ross. So maybe eventually, but that is not today. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I think that's as good as we're going to get as far as seeing everything. I'm going to try to stay. I wonder if I actually, let me make you a little taller. Let's see if that helps. Oop. There we go. I think that might be a little bit better. We can see more of the frame. I'm going to go ahead and let this go for a little bit and have some more people hop on. It is 2 o'clock with Mrs. Stoopy Art today. Today we're going to be doing Monet's Lilies in the Pond. And we're going to be doing resistance art. Now, if you don't know what resistance art is, that is when you use crayon first and then you go over it with watercolors, and the watercolors are resisted by the crayon. So it won't paint where the crayon has already been drawn. So that's what we're doing today. And as always, since I am doing an artist, which I think I might have forgot to put the Van Gogh video last time I did an artist, but I will put Monet video for you today in the comments so you can learn about Monet. So don't forget to comment, hi, hello, can you hear me? Can you see everything? That way I know we are ready to start. Hi, Elizabeth, welcome. We're going to be doing Monet today. And I am doing resistance art, like I said, crayons and watercolors, but you could totally do this with just crayons or just markers or just colored pencils, whatever you got around the house. So don't worry about doing it exactly the way that I am doing it. I do want to apologize in advance. My neighbors are totally taking advantage of quarantine, and they are just like remodeling up a storm next to me. So there's a lot of hammering and saws and all sorts of construction noises. So you might hear that in the background. But yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something over there. I tell you, I hear it. And they start nice and early too, which is fantastic. Which is why a lot of the times when I'm filming my videos for my kiddos, I'm doing them at night because I don't want to hear all those construction noises in the background behind me. But hey, that is awesome. I wish I was talented enough to remodel something. The most I've done is, hi Sarah, is move my furniture around. And I'm obsessed right now with getting a rug. I really want an area rug. So if you guys have some good area rug places to get an area rug, I am totally down for suggestions. So I did hear rugs.com and then something Anne Sloan, I think the name was, I don't know, another rug website that I'm going to check out when I get off live. So if you guys have some rug ideas, please let me know. All right. Let's see. All right, it is 2:05, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is actually we're going to draw our flowers first with our crayon for our resistance art. And then after our crayons and we do our lily pads and all of that, then we're going to go ahead and add the watercolors. Now, this is Monet's lily pads on water. It's a very simplified version of it. It's kind of like a zoomed in, simplified version. So that way anybody of any age can do it. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is our flowers. Now our flowers have a really simple shape. They kind of have a U shape to start with. like so. And so I'm just going to put in those U's and kind of figure out like how many flowers I want and how big do I want them. I'm going to do the ones like kind of closer to me, much bigger. So like this guy's going to be really nice and big. Then I'm going to do like a little one next to him. Then I'm going to do like one over here hanging out. I'm going to do another one up top here. I'm going to go a little bit bigger with this one. So let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. You know what? Why not? Let's just add one guy in the middle because I'm feeling it. All right. So now that I have my U's for here, now I'm going to go ahead and like kind of sketch out the shape. And I'm kind of making them like funny visualization again, bananas, because that's the first thing that came to mind because they're yellow. So I'm going to make a banana shape first on all of my flowers here. Banana. My yellow is beautiful, isn't it? I need to get some more crayons, but I don't think those are essential items right now, so I don't know if I'd be able to get a crayon. So we're going to work with my little baby yellow crayon I got going on here. So we're making a bunch of bananas right now. Then another one. And another one. Like so. So now I have all these bananas here. Now I'm going to add the second element of my flowers. So lily flowers are kind of like I think of like little cupped flowers. So we're going to put some little spikes in the back here to show that my flower is like coming up. So let's make some, let's call them crowns. Make some little crowns for my bananas here. Make some crowns. They can be all different shapes of crowns. Maybe you want a smaller crown, bigger crown. Totally up to you. So I'm going to give each banana a crown. I'm kind of dipping in a little bit lower on some, a little bit shorter on some. Like so. All right, now I'm going to color in those crowns to make it look like one whole flower. And then like on this one, I think I want to add one more tier. So I'm going to go ahead and color in that part. Then do another one. Like so. Now I have a bunch of bananas with crowns. That's exactly what we're going for. All right. So I'm going to extend this banana out a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to make this banana go out a little bit. I'm going to really make sure I get them really solid coloring of the yellow, because when I do the watercolor, any space that's left over that has any like paper white in it, the watercolor will go on. So I want to make sure I really color those in nice and solid. So if you're doing the resistance art with me, then make sure that you do really solid coloring. Now you can use this with watercolor brushes too. So if you have a watercolor pen or brush pen, this will still work because it's kind of that watery consistency of a crayon. So it will still do the same job. All right, now I want to add a little bit more dimension to my bananas with crowns here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my orange real quick and put orange in the middle. Ooh, sorry, so much noise. On my flowers. So I kind of have this this is like scarlet. It's almost like a red orange. Hey, Miss Ashley Daly. Welcome, welcome. So I'm going to go ahead and add my flowers here. Ashley, I was just talking about my search for area rugs. You know when you just got like a thing in your head and like you just want to get it done, you want it right now? That's how I am right now with my rug. So I'm going through with all my bananas with crowns, and we are going and adding orange. If you did not listen to my whole spiel on what I was drawing, I'm actually drawing lilies, but as I was drawing them, they looked like bananas with crowns, so therefore that's what I'm calling them. So I'm adding kind of like the center of my lily, kind of like like a starburst kind of middle here. Like so. All right. Then after I do all of my starbursts, I need my lily pads. So my lily pads, I think I'm gonna mix them between light green and dark green for my lily pads. So I'm gonna go through with my light green first. And I'm going to do like a spiral pattern around my lily. So I'm going to start here. And then kind of, I don't know if you can see that. All right, we're going to have to use dark green because you guys won't be able to see that. So around and around like so. And I'm going to go around each lily that way. Ooh, my coffee table is making all sorts of noise today. All right, so we are going around. I think I want to make one more circle in here. Now this one's like directly under, but like you could offset it. Like if you want to have your lily pad like more outside your lily, you could do that. So just add however many swirls you want to add for your lily pad. Now remember, wherever your crayon is, this will be where your watercolor will not go. You can go smaller or bigger. All right, let's go ahead and do the next one. And the next one. Just doing little swirls all around. Like so. So then now that I have my lily pads drawn, I'm not going to color them in or anything because I am going to do my resistance watercolors over it. So I'm going to add a few lily pads just kind of hanging out without a flower. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do one right here. Then I'm going to do like another one over here. And because why not, I'm going to add another one over here. All right. So that is my lily pads. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paintbrush. And as always, I love to start with my lightest color. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now I have seen on this project people go in with white crayon and make like some watermarks in the water like as if it was splashing. I'm going to go back through, I think, with my watercolors and just add white on top of it when I'm done and it's dry. So I'm going to go in and do my blue first because blue is my lightest color that I'm using today. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to use a lighter blue, my like sky blue. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start at the top. And I kind of want like this area kind of green and mossy. So I'm just going to kind of sketch and leave that spot alone with my blue. I'm going to come down. And then just bring this blue all the way down. The thing I really like about this art project is it's so simple, but it's really pretty when it's done. And then I think I'm going to leave like a little bit more over here. So I'm going to go ahead and color that down. And I'm going to try to avoid my lily pads for right now because I do want to go around them with green paint. So I'm just going to kind of miss those. I can always go back in with my blue paint once I'm done with my green. And I can go over the top of my flowers if I like because they will not get ruined because they have crayons. So watch, I'll show you. What? I know, crazy. And then if you want to just wipe that up, I probably should have grabbed a paper towel instead of making my fingers blue. But you know. So there you go. So it does not ruin your yellow. It will come right off. I wonder if I could just show you by putting water over it. Pretty cool, huh? So, like I said, just going around. And you don't have to go side to side like I'm going. You can go up and down if you like. I think that's so cool. Look at that. Totally go over the flower. Resistance art. It is so cool. I think Facebook Live is glitching again today. It keeps showing me all these different viewers, but then it cuts out. Don't know what's going on with that. Oh, Facebook. I'm sure it has a very high, like Facebook Live going on right now with everybody being off the quarantine. I think what's been really cool about this quarantine is I found out like a bunch of people that I know have all these like awesome talents, and I never would have seen them or known about them unless we had this quarantine, because they've had all this time, I guess, to invest in those hobbies and showcase them, and it's been really cool. All right, so now I'm going to go through with my green, and I'm going to do a combination of light green and dark green. So I'm going to go through with my light green first, and I'm going to just go around my crayon that I did. And I'm going to kind of go out a little bit too, because I want that lily pad to be like a little bit bigger than what I drew. So I'm going to do that on all my lily pads. I'm going to go in with my light green and just go around those circles a little bit, going a little bit outside the lines. Ooh, I just accidentally dipped in my red there, hopefully. Oh, good, it didn't get on my paintbrush. So almost done with my light green. So like I said before, I'm going to go around with light green around all my lily pads. Some of them I'm going to extend out a little bit. Some of them I'm just going to leave the size that I drew. I think it adds like a cool dimension to it. Let's see, I'm gonna double check before I step away from my light green. A little bit more green. All right, so now I'm gonna go in, actually, you know what, just kidding. I see one more thing that I do wanna get green. I'm gonna make this light green and then mix some dark green into it. Okay, now I'm gonna move in with my dark green. Ooh, this is really dark. We're gonna see if I like, actually, let's test it real quick. I don't know if I like that green. Let's try this one. They're kind of similar. I think I'll do this dark green though. So I'm gonna go around with my dark green just on some of these lily pads, and I think I'm gonna have to add a lot more water because this green is dark. No, you do not have to do this. You do not have to add the dark green if you don't want to. I'm just doing it because I think it like kind of makes like a shadow around it, or that's my thought process as to why I am doing it. But if you're like, hey, I'm happy with my light green, then by all means do it because it is your art. So I'm just going to go around the edges with my dark green. Hi, Carol. Welcome. Edges, like so. Kind of blend it into my light green. Hi, Linda. Linda, I miss Moreno so bad. I'm going to have to drive up there just to get a to-go order from you guys. All your posts are making me super hungry. So again, just going around all of my light green. And then I'm going to take my water and really kind of dab it off on the side of my cup and kind of smear it in here and blend it. All right, then when you are done with that, you can go back in with your blue and get a little bit closer to your lily pads. Again, don't be afraid to go on top of your flowers because you did use the crayon. And then I think if your blue gets over your lily pads, I think it looks really natural because your lily pads are in water. Of course they have water on top of them. And if you feel like you have any harsh lines, that's a great thing about watercolors, is you can just go over with water and kind of smooth those out. All right, so I think my water looks good. Let me try one thing. Let's see. I was kind of thinking I might want like a little bit darker blue around the edges of my lily pads to look like they're shaded in the water. You can kind of bring the shadow out a little bit. All right, I think that looks good. This is kind of white up here. Okay, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of that dark green. I might regret this, we'll see. To my lighter green up top. Oh no, I think that looks good. To kind of make it look a little bit more mossier. Okay, and then, like I said at the very end, let's see how dry this is. It's pretty dry. I'm gonna pop in with my white. Let's see if I can get it opaque enough. Might have to use a different brush. We'll try it. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let me try my other brush. Sometimes these pan white watercolors are hard to get opaque enough to see because they get so thin. So if you want to put some like little watermarks, like your water is moving. Is that showing up on screen? Not really. Showing up better in person than on the live. A little bit showing. You could probably almost go in when it's completely dry in with some white crayon, and that might show up a little bit better. How's that guy? Oh, that one looks way better. I think I finally added enough water to my pan white here. Kind of almost need it to get to a thick consistency. So you only need a few white strikes just to kind of show that the water is moving around your lilies here. You don't want too much. There you go. I think that's good. I feel like I'm happy with the amount of little white movement that I have here. All right, so that is it. Like always, if you want to add more or less, it's totally up to you. It's your art. Do what makes you feel good about it. Once it dries a little bit, you can always go back and do shadow. Normally, this is where I would go back in and just absolutely outline everything in black because that's just how I roll. But I really like the kind of like light, airy, whimsical kind of look that it's created. So I'm not going to put any black on my artwork today. I know, crazy. All right, but the only black that let me eat those words. The only black that I am going to use is Sign My Name. So, and I am terrible about writing my name with a paintbrush. Look at it. I should just go back in with marker later because that would be easier. But why when I can practice writing my name with a paintbrush? So write your name and date it. As always, guys, if you do this project, please, please, please tag me in it or put it as a photo comment down below. I love seeing your guys' artwork. It makes me happy. It makes me feel like people are enjoying these. As always, I do this not only for my entertainment because it's super fun to paint and it's my happy place. I love to paint. But also for all the kids out there, I know that this is a different setting and I know we're kind of getting in the groove of it now and just creating a moment of, some fun and doing some artwork and something out of the regular. And also for all you parents and adults out there, painting isn't just for kids. Doodling isn't just for kids, Art is such an amazing outlet for stress, for, I don't know, not endorphins, but it always just makes me happy and feel like I completed something fun for the day when I do an art project. So I hope that it is creating that in your life too. And I hope that you enjoy these. And if you do, give me a heart. And I just hope you guys are having a great day, an amazing week, and just keep on persevering through all of this and count our blessings and gratitude and the amazing things that are going on in our lives through all of this, and just thankful for our families and friends. And I think that's really shown during this time, just with our loved ones, even though we can't see them, all the amazing ways that we can connect with them. So thank you again, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.